Today we will see about SUKANYA Samriddhi YOJANA account for financial planning of education and marriage of the girl child. Now see who can open this account. It is by a girl child below 10 years, that is from 0 to 10 years. Where to open this account? Either in post office or in bank. And when can you deposit? Is it daily, monthly or yearly? Whenever you want you can deposit, and at any times. First off, the minimum deposit is 250 for every financial year, and the maximum is 1,50,000 for every financial year. And it can be deposited in multiples of 50 rupees for the subsequent deposits. The initial deposit is 250 rupees, and deposits can be made up to 15 years, and there will be a waiting period of 6 years without deposits, and the maturity will be after 21 years. From today, if you open the account today, the maturity will be after 21 years from today. You should understand that it is not 21 years of age, it is 21 years of period from the date of opening. And if any excess amount is paid in the financial year, that will be refunded immediately without interest. That means 1,50,000 is the maximum amount that you can deposit in a financial year. And if suppose if you deposit more than 1,50,000, they won't accept, but if it is accepted, that will be refunded without interest. Next comes the if there is no deposit for 250 rupees, if you do not deposit 250 rupees per year, in such a case the account will be treated as discontinued, and it can be revived by paying the penalty of rupees 50 per year. And if the account is not regularized within 15 years, the SSA rate of interest can be given at the end of the maturity period. Then comes the account is operated by the guardian or the parents till 18 years of age of the girl, and after 18 years of age of the girl, the account will be run by the girl herself by providing the KYC documents, that is know your customer documents like Aadhaar, PAN, etc. On submission of those documents, the account can be manned by the girl herself. Then now we will see about the documents required for opening of a SUKANYA Samriddhi account, YOJANA account. The girl child has to, the birth certificate of the girl child has to be submitted. That is mandatory, and 2 photos of the girl child also you may have to submit. Thereafter, the parents' 2 photos, passport size photos are required, and ID proof is required, and address proof is also required. I will tell you what are the documents, valid documents that are required as address proof or ID proof in a while. Then comes the minimum deposit is 250 rupees, as I have told earlier. Subsequent deposit also every year you have to deposit 250 rupees. And only one account per child, per girl child can be opened. That means for one girl child, either in post office or bank, you can open only one account per girl child, and the maximum of 2 girl childs per family is permitted. Means for a girl child you cannot open one account in one SUKANYA account in post office and one more account in bank. Only one account either in post office or bank you have to open. For a family, it is 2 girl childs, the maximum limit. However, whenever there is there are twins or triplets, they are allowed. And one more condition is that in the first order or second order of birth, if there are twins and triplets, they are allowed. But in one case, it is not allowed. That is not allowed to second order of birth. If the first order of birth of the family has already 2 or more girl child. That means in the first order of the birth, if there are 2 girl childs, in such a case, you know very well that you have already 2 girl childs, and if you have the second during the second birth, after those 2 girl childs, 2 or more, 2 or 3 girl childs, in the second birth, if there is one more girl child or 2 girl childs, in such girl children, in such a case, also the second term, the second birth girl child will not be allowed to have a SUKANYA Samriddhi account. So this is to be understood clearly. So these are all the documents required for SSA, and in detail if we can see that the identity proof is required, and those officially valid documents are allowed as identity proof for the parent. The first one is Aadhaar or PAN card. PAN card is mandatory now, and passport can also be used as a identity proof. any one of these can be used. And driving license also is one of the valid, officially valid documents. Voter ID or NRGS job cards also can be used. And as address proof also you may have to submit. In case these documents in the earlier documents, if they don't have the address, latest address, then you may have to, in addition to the earlier documents, you have to submit the following, any one of the following, that is utility bill like telephone bill, electricity bill, water bill or gas pipe bill that is not older than 2 months. That means latest one only you may have to submit. In that you will find the address, that will be taken as address proof, that one. Or you may also submit a property tax receipt also, or municipal tax receipt, or a pension or family pension payment order also, you will find the latest address. Those things also, any of these can be submitted as address proof by the parent or guardian. Now the rate of interest you can see here. The rate of interest is the highest rate of interest in any savings bank account in the post office. It is 7.6 as of now in 2022. The interest rates will change every 3 months and it will be decided by the government. And for example, as I have told you, minimum deposit is 250 and subsequent deposits will be in the multiples of 50 rupees in a year. 250 in a year is minimum deposit and the maximum is 1,50,000, and you can deposit the amount either monthly, daily or 2 days once, whatever it is. There is no limit as such in number of deposits that you make. There is no specific mode that is daily or monthly or annually. You can do like that also, but there is no specific restriction. That means you can deposit today and you may give a gap of 5 or 10 days, again you may deposit. Whenever you have money with you, you can deposit like that. There is no specific limit. It is as good as the SB account, but the interest rate is 7.6, which is highest in the given bucket of accounts in the post office or any bank or elsewhere. So the monthly, if you pay some 1,000, the tentative amount, that is the estimate only. This is estimate only. It is not the actual amount you may get, because the interest rate changes every 3 months. But tentatively, it is for 1,000 rupees you may get up to 5,10,373 after 21 years from the date of opening of the account. So 2,000 it is 10 lakhs and say suppose 10,000, if it is 10,000 per month, if you are paying, it is 51 lakhs. 12,500 is the maximum amount per month you can pay. So it comes to 63 lakhs 79,635. And if you invest the amount yearly, that means yearly 1,000 rupees if you pay for a period of 15 years, then 15,000 you will pay, and the maturity amount after 21 years will be 43,949. Similarly, 2,000 it is 87,000, 10,000 it is 4 lakhs 39,000. But if it is 1 lakh, it is 43 lakhs 95,000 after 21 years. Or if it is 1 lakh 50,000, that is the maximum amount. Then your investment will become 22 lakhs 50,000 and you will get 65 lakhs 93,068 rupees. So this is the compound interest that is being paid. So this much amount is the given paid as maturity. We will go, and some people may say that we may not be paying able to pay that much of amount. So I have given the smallest amounts also, that one can start depositing in Sukanya Samriddhi account for betterment of their girl child, either at the time of education or her marriage. See here, if you pay every month 50 rupees, some 25,373 will be paid after 21 years. 100 if you pay every month, monthly installment, it will be 51,031, 150, 76,561, 200 it is 1 lakh, so on. It is 500, it is 2 lakh 50,000, and 1,000 it is 5 lakhs 10,373. So it is for your convenience I have given. Take a screenshot if you require. Then comes the withdrawal part. Sukanya Samriddhi account withdrawal can be made in this account also. The maximum withdrawal that can be made is 50% of the last financial year. That means if you want to take withdrawal now, the amount will be 50% of the previous financial year ending, that is 31/3 of the last financial year, or the actual fees that is paid for higher education. So this withdrawal is meant for higher education of the girl child to meet the needs of the higher education of the girl child. So 50% of the last financial year or the actual fees for the higher education, whichever is less, will be paid. And here one more condition is that for allowing withdrawal, age of the girl child should be not less than 18 years. Only after 18 years only this withdrawal can be taken, or 10th pass, whichever is earlier. So as soon as the girl child passes 10th class or she gets age of 18 years, withdrawal can be taken. One more condition is withdrawal in lump sum or installments also can be taken. Our installments will be paid at a rate of one withdrawal per year and a maximum of 5 years in overall limit of 50% of balance of last financial year. So 50% of last balance of the financial year we have already read. Here one more condition is that you can take it either in lump sum. That say suppose the last financial year on 31/3 of the last financial year the amount is some 10 lakhs, you can take 50%. That means 5 lakhs can be taken as withdrawal as soon as the girl child crosses 18 years or she passes 10th class, whichever is earlier. And that 5 lakhs also, it can be taken at a time. 5 lakhs also you can take, or you can take one withdrawal per financial year up to a period of 5 years. That means this year you can take one withdrawal. It may be 1 lakh or 50,000 or 4 lakhs. The amount need not be equal in 5 installments. It can be any amount. One withdrawal per year, financial year, is the condition. So this year if you want, you can take 1 lakh, next year 1 lakh, like that. For 5 years you can take, or this year you may take 4 lakhs, next year some 10,000, like that also you can take in installments also for a period of 5 years. The maximum installments is 5 years and one withdrawal per year is allowed. And the amount will be the same, that is 50% of the balance of the last financial year or the fees that is paid by the girl child. Then the documentary proof of offer of admission or fee slip should be provided as a documentary proof so that withdrawal can be allowed in the post office or bank. So documentary proof is required. And one more thing is that already I have told 50% of the balance will be paid. And say suppose one example we will see, date of birth of the child is 12/4/2010, account open date is 12/5/2014, and withdrawal applied on 25/5/2028 soon after 18 years of age. Then the balance as on 31/3 is 10 lakhs, say suppose. Then the maximum amount that can be withdrawn will be 5 lakhs, and 5 lakhs can be withdrawn in a maximum of 5 installments subject to one withdrawal in a financial year. And if the amount required for admission of a beneficiary as per actual demand in the offer of admission, that means if the college principal gives that this much of amount is required for admission in that letter of offer, that can also be taken as a proof. Or if the admission or a fee slip is given, that means fees, once you pay the fee, that fee slip is given, that amount also, if it is 4 lakhs and 50% of the balance is 5 lakhs, then whichever is less will be given. So 4 lakhs only will be given. Say suppose the college fees is 7 lakhs and the 50% of the balance is 5 lakhs, then whichever is less is 5 lakhs will be given. So this you should understand. Then comes the interest rate. It is 7.6. Already I have told you the compound interest rate paid, and it is highest among all the saving schemes. Even though the rates change from every 3 months, the rate of interest of Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana will be the highest among the changed one also. That you should remember. Then comes the maturity part. Then the maturity will be given after 21 years from the date of opening. From the date of opening, maturity will be paid only after 21 years from the date of opening, and it is not from the date of that is not the age of the child. You should remember it is 21 years from the date of opening. Maturity will be, say suppose if the age of the girl child is 1, then the 21 plus 1 it comes to 22. If it is 2, if the age is 2, then 21 plus 2, that means at the age of 23 only she will get. If the age is 10, that is the maximum. then at the age of 31 only she will get. Like that, maturity will be 21 years from the date of opening. Payment to girl only will be made. That means parents will not be paid the maturity amount. It will be paid only to the girl, because by that time she will be getting 18 years of age. That is majority. So the KYC documents will be submitted by the girl. Conversion to the girl by the KYC, by submitting the address proof and KYC documents and identity documents. Those officially valid documents we have seen already. After as soon as the girl child crosses 18 years, these things should be submitted and the account will be converted to her name. And for marriage, a declaration on the notary in NJS paper, that is non-judicial stamp paper, a declaration should be given. And we have seen that maturity will be paid for the marriage purpose, even though she doesn't complete it, even though the maturity period has not come. That means before 21 years also it can be paid. Say suppose if the age of the girl child crosses 18 years, but it is less than 21 years from the date of opening, then also it can be paid. But what it should be provided is a declaration on a notary in the non-judicial stamp paper, that a marriage declaration should be given. Then only maturity will be processed. Then comes closure. Already we have seen that maturity or closure is one and the same. The closure is not allowed before 1 month from the date of marriage, and or after 3 months from the date of marriage. So in between this period only the closure is allowed. The closure is not allowed before 1 month or after 3 months. So it is not allowed before 1 month. It is not allowed after 3 months also. This you should remember. Then comes the transfer facility. There is a transfer facility from post office to post office to bank, bank to post office also. It is allowed. And premature closure of Sukanya Samriddhi account is also allowed in rare circumstances. One is the death of the girl child. Say suppose if the girl child has unfortunately died. In such a case, immediately the account will be closed and the amount will be paid to the guardian or parent at a Sukanya Samriddhi rate as on date. And interest from the date of death to the date of closure will be at the rate of POSB rates only. That will not be 7.6. That you should understand. Up to the date of death only, Sukanya Samriddhi rates will be given. Then comes the next point, that is extreme compassionate grounds. Premature closure is also allowed in case of extreme compassionate grounds, that is life-threatening diseases of the account holder or death of the guardian. In such a case also this premature closure is allowed. And the divisional head, that is the superintendent of post offices or senior superintendent of post offices, is the competent authority to sanction the closure of the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana account after recording the reasons in the file. And the other point is that no premature closure is allowed in Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana before 5 years from the date of opening. Even in any case, this is not before 5 years from the date of opening in these circumstances also. Now we will see about the Sukanya Samriddhi income tax exemption. Sukanya Samriddhi account under section 80C, it is having triple benefits, that is exempt. 3 exemptions are there. First one is the income tax exemption for deposits up to 1,50,000 per financial year will be allowed in case of deposits of Sukanya Samriddhi accounts as per section 80C of Income Tax Act 1961. And there is second exemption is the deposits are exempted, we have seen. Now withdrawal is also exempted, that is withdrawal is taken at the age of 18 years or 10th class pass, we have seen. For that withdrawal amount also the income tax exemption is there. It is not included in the income of the previous year. And clause 11A under section 10 of Income Tax Act and 1961 by Finance Act 2015 allows you to have withdrawal from the Sukanya account that is exempt from the income tax. The last one is the third exemption is maturity is also exempted from income tax here. So the deposits are exempted, the withdrawal is exempted, the maturity is also exempt from income tax. One more point is guardian can claim under section 80C by Finance Act 2005. A new clause has been inserted under clause 8 of subsection 4 of section 80C. So guardian also can claim the section 80C income tax exemption. one more thing is that online payment of SSA can be made through IPPB app, that is India Post Payments Bank app, after submitting the KYC documents and opening an account in the post office also. So this is all about the Sukanya Samriddhi information, and you may those who are having a girl child, the parents definitely they can go for this account, which is having the highest rate of interest. Thank you.